How's it going, everybody? It's Joe, the BNSF Railway fan, and welcome back to the channel. It's been like for quite a while since after a few months of like delays, which is I've been wanting to get this like rare, like in the new releases that came out like the end of last year, and I've been looking forward to it. But so we're gonna review of this one of the Walthers Mainline GEVO44AC. This is the BNSF Heritage 3 scheme number 6313. So here's the box of this one, and let's go ahead and start one of the history of this locomotive. And now onto some history. Now I've already done some history of the ES44 GEVOs like I did like back in 2 years and 1 year. Ever since I've already done some like every review of the Norfolk Southern ES40DC GEVO, as well as delivered in the BNSF's H2 scheme GEVOs for this one. So the BNSF GEVOs were ordered like another one with the pair into the Heritage 3 color schemes with the black swoosh lettering, white and orange. They only been a couple years old for one of these, the older ones against the faith for this one, like for General Electric. So in 2009, BNSF placed an order one of the ES44ACs after the 6200 series and 64 or maybe 6300 series, sorry, and they were just delivering like into some like the 44 of the ES44AC, known as the 4400 horsepower for General Electric, and it was served for hauling coal along with the commands of the ST70 Max and ST70 Aces, or fast intermodal trains, along with the other ones with the pair with ES44 DCs, C4s, Tier 4s, and even the Dash 9s, the repaint versions of that one. So this unit is also equipped with head and power for served one of the intermodal cars, and vibe instantly, if I say so though. Now, the locomotive here, BNSF 6313, was built in August of 2009, and she was still being in active service for today, which was painted into the BNSF's H3 scheme. So there is no one of the detail parts for one of the to this one, no grab irons or no GPS dome. I'm gonna see I can look for a good price maybe on eBay, and then ME hoses and the detail kits, and I can put every installed to let my family know. All right, now let's get this history out of the way, starting at the front of the detail. All right, so now we have the front of the detail of this locomotive that you have for one of the coupling cut lever, which is really true or nice, which I could look for to get these for upgraded for LEDs, which is like in a headlight, or this one. And I do really like of the swoosh logo with the black lettering, and you get one of the windows for that one, like the door and the headlight, and the number boards on top, and you get the sunshades, which were really true. And it's really for important, like the handrails. That you could tell like in the pair nothing was broken, and you could do like to make it run on the track like the real engines, but I didn't film any of that, but that's okay for that one. And then we go to the front or maybe the back of the detail, but there's no details, but better yet, looking forward to say. Like the same, like in the front, like in the coupler, you can see. And the numbers is really important. They could get the detail like to put it on the back for that one. And we move on to one of the long hood. So let's get right with it. And then you get every, like in, like I told you, so like in the front, like the sunshades, there's no windshield wipers. And then you could get, like, you have to do it for yourself for that one, like one of the grab irons and like a couple detailing parts for that one. And you get the wide trucks. It has not been weathered yet, which I want to make sure to get this one weathered. And then you get a few like liquefy for petroleum of gas, like for the hungry diesels, like in the real life, which is the same for that one. And then you get the exhaust smokestack and a Nathan K5HL horn. And it's looking really good, and I really like this one. So I'm gonna show you which one of my my Walthers, other Walthers UP version I'll show you for that one. But be right back, and I'm gonna pause this video in a minute. Alright, so now we got both of them, which is the BNSF version and the UP version I had like for a couple years ago for that one, like the end of 2019 it was been released. So these are just the same with no detailing parts for everything. But I gotta get this to put an intermountain PTC antennas to install and upgrade it. But I really wanted to add like every Digitrax function decoders to this one and then that one of the UP one. So it's looking really interesting what sizes for that one, which is they're everywhere like thicker or taller, or if not. But it makes a couple of sense for that one. So pretty neat. All right, so now we're like on the right, like the long hood, which is for this BNSF version for this, which is quite like in the front or the left I showed you, or maybe I like in the previously, but you don't have to skip like in one of my videos to pause. But it's just like in the Wyatt trucks for this one. It's been a pretty nice, awesome job of releases like in a Walthers Mainline. So I'm definitely really interested to get this one for the BNSF one. And, whoops. And then the UP version, like it has the gray trucks, like in the long hood, which it's a little bit like better than the BNSF version, like of the other parts. But now we're gonna do the UP one in the front, the detail. It's just like the KATO couplers for that one, which like in the headlight, and I still need to add windshield wipers as well. And then you get for this one on the left for every system, which I really like it both for BNSF on the left and the UP on the right. So which is I like to really appreciate it to get these of two Walthers Mainline ES44ACs, but this is an ES44AH, like the tier 4 credit, which is I've got it from Pegasus. And then this one is nib, like in the new edition that came out like the end of last year for that one, which I don't really care for every interesting, which is I want to do every like in the Southern California, like in the West Coast, like in the Union Pacific, Los Angeles sub, and even the BNSF San Bernardino sub, or even Cajon sub, like in the base of Cajon Pass, by the way, like in the frames for that one. So it is what it is. So these two, which is I'm really a big fan of these, both of them, which is I liked. Alrighty then, so that's basically much it for wraps it up for the end of this video. So I hope you all really enjoyed this, one of my unboxing of this Walthers Mainline of the BNSF ES44AC. So make sure you please hit that subscribe button into my channel if you're welcome, if you're new, like everything. And so maybe I'll try to get a few more, which I'll be planning to get, like the detail kits, one of the parts I could add the ME hose and the GPS dome on top, which is I'll be getting upgraded anytime soon, or even the LEDs, which is I'll be adding it, and get that weathered up. So anyways, so thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for this video. But take care everybody, and peace out everybody. But thank you for watching. Bye guys.